Oh, good. I do have the camera turned the right way. I was coming in from the garage. Boy, it was toasty this week. It's a little late. I don't know if anybody wants to come out and hang out or not. Here, give you a little update. There's Jeff Rhodes. It's always number one, man. It's always the first on it. Hey, MSL, it's past your bedtime. Hey, what's up, Logger Brandon? Going to be hot this week. Brandon, it was roasting up here, buddy. It was really, 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 really hot. Perry Roberts, ALL Firewood. Sorry, buddy, I butchered that. Mike Wagner. Nate, what's up? Brandon, I'm so glad to see you're back on the tube, man. Sorry, I'm getting a tasty beverage. I gotta find my keep it cold thing for my beverage. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. All right, you got it, Matt. It's Pat. Yeah, it is. I napped a little bit this afternoon. Just a little bit of. I stacked lumber all day. So all that lumber I milled, I hauled it all back to my house today and stacked it. That's what I got to do with my day off. I would have been cutting trees today because it's supposed to be like thunderstormy and stuff, I think Tuesday on through the rest of the week here. So I'm just about done with the big job. I got some really cool video we took of cut a lot of the road trees on. I got one more and it's just a little guy. I can just shove it over pretty easy on Saturday. Right in the middle of the last great big one hanging out over the road, thunderstorm came. But we got it down. It's still laying there. I got to clean it up in the morning. It's a big black oak. I mean, it's just a big, chunky black oak. Yes, it is. You ain't kidding. Tomorrow's going to be gorgeous. It's supposed to be like 54 here in the morning. And low humidity. I mean, it's just going to one of them days. I'm going to work late tomorrow. I think I'm allowed to work till 8 p.m. I think I'm going to work as late as I can in case it rains. I mean, there's an end in sight for this one, and I want to get out of here. I got scolded because I started too early. Chris Kaiser. Chris, you got to email me, man, so I have your address. I got to mail you that hat, remember? Don't forget about that, dude. I got the other ones out. I didn't know how to get hold of you. Sometimes I try, Todd. I try. Chris, hold on. I'm trying to find the envelope. Chris. There's the email, Chris, if you need it. Just send it there, buddy. Yeah. Friday, yeah, they were hot. I started to get used to it after a while. So, how's that bee sting, Junior? Dude, I felt so bad, but I laughed a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I laughed quite a bit when you sent me that picture. Oh, that had to be no fun. Hey, that's always good after a long day. But so the lumber's all stacked. I'll throw a tarp on it tomorrow. I just wanted to like the surface. George O'Brien, hello from South Central PA, Perry County. What's up, buddy? So the next live feed I got, I'm doing some research for it because I want to make sure I have most of my facts right. Nice, Chris. Steve. That's terrible. I didn't tell him to do that. But anyways, I want to do some research because I have an interesting view on why I think logging gets such a bad rap. Why it's in such a bad view. You know, why people look at it so negatively. But that's the next live feed, so watch out for it. I'll do it sometime this week. I don't know when. I got to get all my research done and figure out how I want to talk about certain things. So, where's David Haley at? How's, nah, crap, I forgot what I was going to say. So, this week, they marked, I don't know, they marked an LOD, but it wasn't the right LOD. And for people who don't understand when I use the term LOD, it's limited disturbance. So when you're on a land clearing project, they kind of map out everything in this area that needs to go. Robert Nickel, what's up, buddy? And so you cut to that line, but this one has the LOD, then it has the tree LOD, which I don't really understand that. So they marked the regular LOD, so I still kind of don't know really where the other one is. You need to grapple back on your skidder for that one, Bubba. So I don't know if I get rain, Nate. If we get a bunch of rain or something, don't feel shy. Call me if I'm free. I'll come over and give you a hand. They gave me. I have like 3 different drawings, maps, blueprints, whatever you want to call it. Odie, hello from California. Odie, that last video was pretty cool, man. I like that. You're cheating with that big shovel pushing them trees, though. So, anyways, they were just kind of like, well, you know, you can just guess. I can get it pretty close. Actually, the first round, I was really close. So, I had to go back and shave some area, you know, cut. There's a little hillside I had to cut. There's a couple of places where some sewer lines goes over the hills I got to cut. So, I told him, look, dude, this is the last one. I'm going to cut everything, and I'm out of here. And I can't sit around and wait for you guys to fart around and... I got shit to do. So, there's news in Pumpland. Dean Parks, what's up? So now that it's really hot and humid, the hydraulic pump on the loader is really starting to screw up like it was last summer. So we have a new reman on its way. Should be here next week. It's gonna really nice. It's gonna really stink to pay for. Yes, it's gonna be houses, Mike. It's exactly what it's gonna be. So I got scolded in the form of a nasty email because I started at 6:15 one morning. I guess these people, you know, I don't look down on what anybody does. I never do. Because a job is a job. You have to do what you have to do to earn money for yourself and your family. And so I started real early one day for 2 reasons. It was hotter than crap, and the pump was screwing up. So I figured I had a bunch of logs piled up in the deck, and I figured I'll come in early, and I'll buck these logs up while the loader, well, it's cooler out, and the loader won't mess up, hopefully. And there was a fellow that was not very happy with me. And he, I guess he called the township, and they sent an email, and needless to say, they don't like when I do that. So I have to start at 7 now every day. And the only thing about it frustrates me when people, if they understood what it's like to work outside doing this kind of physically demanding work when it's this hot and humid, I think they would be a little more lenient to it. So, but I have the biggest oak tree on the job right there in the landing. We're saving that one for about 7:02 a.m. I'm going to fire the saw up, and we're going to drop that one, and we're going to rattle windows and shake cars and just... This thing's going to hit the ground, and you're going to read about it on the Richter scale. It's a big tree. So, the last video I put up about swinging them too. Don't that's not something, that's a unique situation. The way that tree, so the white oak had limbs growing out like this, and that red was growing around it like that. And it like, I could have dumped them straight up, but I was afraid that the red wasn't going to come out of the white, and that was kind of what I did, why I did it the way I did. So you got to be really careful when doing stuff like that, especially with bigger trees like that, because it can open up on you real quick. Things can get ugly. So I sit here. I can't say, well, don't go do that, because who am I to say that? Because I went and did it. So, but what I want to say is make sure you got some handle time. You know, make sure you got some saw time. You know, you're familiar with doing that kind of stuff before you go and do something. I don't want somebody, God forbid, somebody go and do something like that and get hurt. So just never do anything that, you know, if you get that thought in your head and you go, I just don't really feel comfortable, just walk away from it. So I have another video I'll put up. I swung another one, and it was this thing that looked like a stick of broccoli. You know, it's one of them ones that's got about 16 foot of big butt log. Jason, what's up, buddy? When did you get home? I seen your pictures from down. Was that Hatfield McCoy you was at? But anyways, this red oak goes up. You know, it's bowed out like this. It's leaning down the hill, and I couldn't go to the right because that was all stay trees. And then the property line was right there too, the actual property line. So I couldn't go across that. Man, I pulled this thing. I think it held on just long enough, but it's cool. And then when it hits the ground, the way the branches are, it was up in the air. I was like, well, what? I didn't even, it's like, how, you can't even top it. The limbs were 3 feet in diameter, you know what I mean? It was like, and I can't believe it held together too. I was kind of hoping it would split just for the simple reason it'd be safer to top, but I ended up, I came down with the grapple and I grabbed a hold of it because it was like 3 limbs like this, and I was afraid when I cut the lower one it was going to roll. So I grabbed it with the grapple real tight, and I picked up to take some of the pressure off, and I nipped the one until it was just about to break off. And then I go back in the machine, let it go, and it snapped and it rolled flat. And then I topped the whole thing. And there was 3 skids in that one tree, the butt log, and then 2 out of the top. So that was pretty wild. I'm trying to think of some other stuff that I encountered. This week is basically all line trees. They're all big, nasty black oaks and red oaks, and there's a couple white oaks, and it's just, they're all just, yeah. Oh, man, cool. Hopefully big day tomorrow. Oh, yeah, my perk test passed, so I can start grading for the house. Nice. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'm glad to hear it. Can't wait to get down there one of these times. And check out that place. Maybe we'll hunt together. Share some of your big bucks. Okay. Mike, I don't have trouble getting rid of it. We're having trouble getting a good price for it. Red oak is in the shitter right now. For anybody not in the timber industry, red oak is. If you're on, I know there's another fellow on here. I don't know if Nate's on here or not, but I heard from the truck driver that hauls off him come and got a load of firewood the other day, or Saturday morning he came and got it. And he said that you pulled off that one job, Nate, because there was a lot of red oak on it. It's just not, if you don't have to cut it, if you can come back to it, wait, man. It's bad right now. I mean, red oak is, number one, red oak's damn near blocking price right now. Nobody wants it. I know a lot of guys sending it for railroad ties. Where I'm at, I don't have a choice. It has to come down. It's a shame. The one big tree is possibly veneer, and I have 2 others that are possibly veneer. So I'm going to try to push them for veneer logs, at least get a little something more out of them, and then the rest is, if it's not a for sure number 2 or better, Chuck, what's up, buddy? Chuck Stevenson, everybody. So if it's not a for sure, yeah, Jay, it's right here, buddy. What'd I do with it? Okay, this one, it's right here. Fire Captain Tom's getting a khaki colored one. I've ordered some shirts that I have to get them imprinted yet. And I got some more hats. Mike, what's up, man? Congratulations on 45 with you and mother. Really, man, that's awesome. I can only I can't even imagine that because it's just, I can't find somebody worth spending 2 years with, let alone 45. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you guys. I admire you both. All right, Dean. So I got to get them. I want to see if I can find somebody a little cheaper to do the embroidery on the hats. You know, Jay, I might be going to camp. Hopefully I am. I'll come over and hang out with you guys. I don't know what's going on yet. I really don't. So we'll see where it goes. I wanted to go up and do some fishing on Tynesta, but I seen some pictures on the Facebook where the water's almost over the bridge right now on the lake, or it was last week. I don't know if it still is or not. I imagine they're trying to bring it down, but that's kind of a bummer. But either way, I'm trying to find somebody to do a little cheaper on the embroidery because I would have to charge too much for the hats because it just costs too much. And then by the time you ship them, it's, I lose money. So I don't want to do that. I'd be happy if I just break even. So, and we're going to do the payment situation a little different. Don't do the, if you want to do the super chat donation or whatever, that's really cool. And Chris Nevels, I sent you stickers too, buddy. There's stickers coming your way if you haven't got them yet. But don't do the super chat because YouTube takes too much of that money. So I have, what the hell's that called? PayPal. We're going to do it the PayPal way, okay? So you guys can just go on. That's 319 got stuck under Logger Wade. Nice, I restrict these. Nice. I think he still got me beat though, MLH. But anyways, you can just basically, I'll give you my email and you go on and you can send the money to the PayPal account. That way, no one else is getting their fingers on the money. Chainsaw Collector, what's up, buddy? Where's your root beer? I got mine, my grown-up root beer. So, no, we won't call it grown-up root beer. We'll call it old man root beer. Grown-up root beer, that's not right. Anyways, so that's how we're going to do the hats. And when I get the stuff in the shirts, when I get stuff made up, I'll do a video about it, a little more, explaining it a little better. There was something else I wanted to cover. Shit and shoot, I can't remember what it is. What was it? This is a cool magazine. I don't know if any of you guys get this or not. I gotta fill that out. There's Timber Harvesting. I like that magazine. It's a pretty good magazine. They have some pretty good articles in there. Things worth reading. I like it. There was definitely something else I had in my mind I wanted to cover, and it's totally, it's gone. It's gone. I don't know where it went. Over there somewhere, maybe. But, all right. Chuck, I didn't go this weekend. I worked Saturday. Last Saturday and Sunday I fished. Did pretty good. So, we're building up the stockpile of walleye in the house, and that's good since I lost it all this winter to the bad freezer. We're whittling down the moose meat. Don't have much of it left. Well, yeah, I do. It's got some at my buddy's house yet. We got some beef coming. I hear me and my buddy went in on a quarter cow. I don't know why I'm even telling you this stuff. You guys don't care about this stuff. Crap. Either way, the big news is the pump's coming. We're going to get that put in there, hopefully. I don't know if I'm going to put it in this week. Depends on when it comes. I don't expect it till at least Wednesday, and then you have the holiday on Thursday, so I might just take Friday off and just... Hey, what's up, Slake Chick? Where you working at, buddy? You in town, out of town? ISX Cummins, what's up? I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you got it. And thank you a lot, buddy. I mean it. From the bottom of my heart, I really do. That was really cool. You set a high bar in the last live I feed, and that was probably one of the best live feeds I've ever had. And all you guys. West Virginia again. Way down. What are you doing? Pipeline? Probably. That's about all it seems like there's going right now. Pipeline. Yes, I have to. If I didn't have to, I was going to keep it and get it rebuilt. But I guess there's like, I don't know, it's like a $1,800 core charge on it or whatever. MLH, I talked to Wade about that pump that he had, and it's a Rexroth pump, but it was proprietarily built. Oh yeah, Jay, you ain't kidding. Yes. So I kind of want to finish the job I'm on real quick before I tackle that pump, because I don't want to be in the middle of working and be down like that. You know what I mean? If I'm moving, meanwhile I'm farting with the pump, I can be moving equipment and doing other things if I have to wait for a piece or a part or whatever. So I'm trying to like plan my moves. There's I don't know how I'm gonna get that pump up in there. It weighs a lot, and it's not in a bad spot. It's just I just don't know how to get it up in there because you can't direct lift with a little chain fall. I'm thinking about making like a little platform with some all threads on the outside, just like cranking it up in there and lowering the other one out and cranking that one up in. I don't know yet. I haven't figured. I've been thinking about it, but I haven't come up with a plan yet. I come up with a pretty neat plan. 2 ALL firewood maybe. Did I miss something? Easy flat ground. Okay, I see. I do write stuff down. Perry Roberts, I do it all the time, and the problem is still I get sidetracked. The ADD kicks in. I don't know. There's lots of room. It's just high up there, you know what I mean? The problem I had with the pump that Wade had is it was proprietary to John Deere. So I called Rexroth, gave him a part number. I was looking for flow, shaft, splines. I knew the rotation because it was on the tag. Want to know if it was a load sensing pump, which I think it was, but I'm not sure. And there was a couple other things I had written down. Cutoff speeds, things like that, max pressure of the pump. And they said, well, that was built proprietarily for John Deere. You have to contact them. We're not allowed to give you information on that. So I said, here we go. Here we go again with like I had with the John Deere skidder pump. And so I called John Deere. I said, hey, got this pump. I need some information on it. I said, okay, what's the number? And I gave him the number. And he says, oh, yeah, okay, we got that, and da-da-da-da. And I said, well, what you need? And I said, I need the flow rate, shaft, and all this and that. And he says, well, we can just get you another one. I said, no, I got one. It's brand new. I don't need another one. I want to find these flow rates on. Well, what do you need to know all that for? I was like, because I'm going to put it in my loader. He said, well, that stuff comes set on the pump when we ship them out. I said, yeah, but not for my loader. I said, I'm trying to put it in a Barco loader. As soon as he found out I was trying to put it into something else, which, I mean, I couldn't lie about it. He got real weird. He says, you know, we really can't give that kind of... There should have been a book with that pump that'll tell you that stuff, and you need to contact Rexroth. I said, I did. They said to call you. And he says, well, we can't give that stuff out. I was like, it's a John Deere part that I'm going to own. You can't tell me nothing about it. I wanted to reach through the phone and just go... I hate that. It's the one thing about John Deere I hate. Proprietary. Take that and stick it in your butt. That was just, I was madder than a wet hornet. So, unfortunately, that didn't work out. But at least this one I'm getting, I know, is right. You know, it's just take one off, put it on. just do some quick pressure tests. It's supposed to come set. I gave them all, the cutoffs and everything. And hi, Joe. And, but there's, just do it a quick test. And, want to make sure nothing's obviously higher than it is to start blowing things apart. But I venture to say with the new pump, I'm probably going to find a weak hose or two here and there. But other than that, hopefully I can just get going and, go. Just roll. And this would be so nice to get this off my back. So, yeah. You guys have any questions? Anything in particular? Shannon Schedule wants a wedge placement video, like why I put wedges in certain places in the tree. And there's a couple little tricks, but for the most part, it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm working on that one. I have some great footage. I'm actually going to sit down and edit some of it because I took a little nap this afternoon, so I'm going to be up for a little bit. And I tried already ALL. They're the ones that's getting me the one now. They said the same thing. Like, dude, we're going to call them and they're going to ask us for the same stuff. So it was kind of like, it's, just, it's to a point now where it's like, you know what, dude, whatever. just whatever. All righty, Schick, you take care, man. You stay safe down there in the mountains. Or unless you're so far down, it's not mountains anymore. West Virginia's funny. You leave Pennsylvania, you get down there, it's like steep everywhere you go. And then once you get down in there a little bit further, like down past Parkersburg and down that way a little further, all of a sudden it's like, it starts to turn to this. It's not bad at all. And Kat, you're right, Chris. Kat is wonderful to work with. I don't care what you got. You give them a serial number, they will look up the parts, find the parts. Sometimes you're going to pay for them. Chris, the house is not coming at all right now. I stacked that lumber. The pump is a hefty price tag. So we're going to have to... Hi, Sean. I'm going to have to start saving for that again. Prioritize. Obviously I need the pump to make money. And then I can make money again. I can get back to the house. The house has turned into a daunting project. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to need... Come on. Battery's low. Sorry, I'm going to need a lot of help on that one, so I'm just trying to plan my moves. I hope you don't either, buddy. I hope you don't either. Hopefully you don't ever have to deal with them. Hopefully your stuff just doesn't break. So, it's probably been dry enough for you to run the skidder there for a while, the rubber tire. Hey, I seen you looking at that one cat on the equipment page. Any news on that where that guy was interested in yours? That one that he had looked nice. I would really like to play, I'd like to play around on it, see what it acts like in comparison to that 518. Which I need to get that back. I could really use that on this job for tugging these trees. I won't pull trees with a dozer because an Allied winch is, it doesn't matter what throttle that dozer's at. When you engage the winch, the start speed's the same. It pulls. Like where on the 518, I hit that winch and it'll just stall. And as you hit the throttle, it'll start putting more power to it. And I don't know how to explain it, but I have some videos of pulling trees. It's got a lot of work to get done to it, Mike. He's having a guy come pull the motor and all this, that. And I probably won't see that thing till fall if I'm lucky. Yeah, that's a nice machine. I gotta say, that was a really nice machine. That's like where they just started integrating into the electronic stuff, which I'm not big on, obviously, but I don't think there's a whole bunch in it. One good dude to talk about that machine to is Logger Brandon. Go on there and find him and get in touch and leave him a message or something. I have his number too. If you ever need it, you can call him. He works for shit. It's a cat dealer down in North Carolina by Raleigh there. Not far from Raleigh. What the hell's the name of that? Gregory Polecat, that's the one he works for. He's pretty knowledgeable in that stuff, so he'd be a good dude to talk to about that if you have questions about certain things, if he knows there's problems, and that's about all he deals with right now. So, but hey, my battery's about dead. I gotta edit some video, charge up the phone. I don't want to take up too much of your Sunday. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate everybody on the channel. I really do. All your comments, all your views, all your just everything. I like when you leave comments. It lets me know that people, are watching it. And I like when you have questions, and I love to answer anything I can the best way I can. I don't usually always have the best knowledge. Sometimes I probably confuse more than I help. But you guys all take care. You have a wonderful week. Stay cool, stay dry. Have a great 4th of July. Be careful if you play with fireworks. The whole 9 yards. Take care, everybody.